Hi everyone, my name is Taylor Darwin and I am your instructor for this course. I am going to try to keep this as brief as possible while also providing you most of the information and at least the highlights to the course. You still need to navigate the course on your own to make sure that you feel familiar and comfortable with it, and ask me any questions after you do that and watch this video if you have them. But this is Canvas. This is our learning management system. This is where you will receive all the information that you need to be successful in this course. And this is what our home screen looks like. I post weekly announcements, and when there's a new announcement that you haven't seen yet, it will come up. So this is what it will look like to you. Um, I've posted an announcement, and you can just select it, and it will go to it. Below those is kind of a quick overview of our course that I created, that you can look at here. Actually, I'm gonna go through it. So the modules tab is where you can find most of the information for the course, the videos, notes, homework, all that good stuff. Here's the layout of our course. It's 10% homework, 10% quizzes and projects, 60% tests, and the final exam is worth 20%. Um, yeah, I'll just go ahead and say this. I do replace your final exam grade with your lowest test grade if it helps you at the end of the semester. I'll say that again as we get closer to that. Each week there will be a quiz or project, perhaps, that accompanies the homework, so just check for that. Um, Make sure that you're using a scientific calculator, not a graphing calculator. That's a a math department policy. I have put in the syllabus which scientific calculator that I like, but if you just put scientific calculator in Amazon, then a lot will pop up, or Target or Walmart. And then each week, your quizzes and homework are due on Saturday. It's always, always, always Saturday. And you have a little to-do list right here that'll pop up on your home screen, and see when it's due and what you can expect. So 1.6 is due Saturday. Here's all the stuff that's due on Saturday. And then it even goes into the next week. Okay, I'm going to select modules and show you what a normal week would look like. So first of all, actually, is the course information, basically what I just went through. And then you obviously have found this video. The official course syllabus is something that you should look at. It's a longer document, although it has been shortened recently. And you can just look at kind of the policies that NCTC has in place. Again, the breakdown of our percentages in this course. And so this is something that I'll let you look at. And in addition to that, what I would advised to print off. At least I like to have a hard copy of this when I'm taking classes right now. I'm a doctoral student, so I like to print stuff like this off so I know what's due and when. This is essentially that. This breaks down what you can expect to learn each week. So for example, this week, Saturday through Sunday, we're going to learn 1.6, 3.1, 3.2, 2.3, and 2.4. And so those homeworks will be due that week. Now, this annoys a lot of people. Maybe not annoys, but it bothers people that I don't go in the exact order. I don't go like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. And that's because I group them by topics, not by the way that they're presented in the book. Because the way they're presented in the book that we use is really kind of weird. Like you'll learn one topic and then another topic, and then we learn it later. Instead of doing that, I just group them by, say, linear functions, and then quadratic functions, and so on and so on. So if you're wondering why the numbering is so weird, that's why. And again, everything that you'll learn for the week is due on Saturday. That's the weekly schedule. If you want to know about me, feel free to read about me. The most important thing is my cute baby, and you can read the rest if you want. Um, If you want, if you're not familiar with Canvas, as you go through, you can select this next button or you can just go back to the modules. This gives you a little more information of how the class is structured, so if you want to read through that, please feel free to do so. This tells you where to access your grades, right there. The My Math Lab instructions, that's really one of the hardest things in the first week is to get set up with My Math Lab. So if you can do that the first week, you've already done one of the hardest things it is to do for people. So here's additional instructions, although I'll walk you through it in just a second. And so here's what a normal week will look like, and then I'll go back to My Math Lab. Normal week, I might do an announcement like, are you in My Math Lab? Yes, no, great. You should probably do that. Um, and then I usually do a math meme. You can ignore it if you want, or if you need a little laugh, look at it. And then I always put our objectives. So here's what you can expect to learn for the week. And then I go into the notes and videos. So a lot of the time I'll give blank notes videos, and then sometimes I'll provide a key. If you just want the key and you don't want to look at the video, just let me know and I probably have it somewhere. Sometimes I have optional activities and optional videos if you want supplemental material. If it's optional, it's not worth a grade, but it will help you obviously to do as much math as possible. And then once you learn the material through notes, videos, all that fun stuff, then I'll put up the homework in the next page. So this homework, if these are all links, if you select the link, it'll take you to the homework. And again, I'll show you how to do that, I promise. And then next, if there is a quiz, it'll be after the homework. And this week's quiz is a discussion board. So I've just been selecting next the whole time, but you can also see that if you can select them individually here. Yeah. Oh, and they're in the order that you should be doing things. They're in an intentional order, so please make sure to do it in that order. It's set up to best help you. Now, this is an asynchronous online class, and what that means is you learn the material on your own, at your own time, at your own pace, as long as you meet the deadlines. For example, this week everything is due the 27th. The next week everything is due the 3rd, so on and so on. You can always work ahead if you want. I know people online, you're maybe online because of schedule conflicts. Work ahead if you want. That's great. Just make sure to make the deadlines. I will release all the modules leading up to an exam. So for example, right now, all the modules for exam 1 are open. Oh, and week 11, randomly. Sorry. But week 5 is when our first exam is scheduled, I'm sorry. So I've got all the content leading up to the first exam. Now let's talk about the exam for a second. It is the Math Lab's policy that you have to take the exam in a proctored setting in person. So what that would look like is I give you the entire week of week 5, and Monday through Friday, you choose a day that would work best for you and you take it at an NCTC testing center. All of our campuses have testing centers, so even if you're all the way out in Graham, you can take it at that testing center. The only limitation with the testing center is it's open from 8 to 5. So if you need a later option, let me know and we can get you a proctored exam at night. You just need to let me know in advance. But we'll talk about that as it gets closer. If you're not within distance of an NCTC testing center, then we can find someone to proctor the exam. We've used libraries, other universities. We'll figure it out. Okay, last thing I'm going to talk about is the homework. And hopefully, other than that, I've covered everything. Okay, week 1 homework. So here's what it's going to look like. The first thing that you have to do is sign up for the homework. That's the only additional cost to the course. And some people have this covered maybe through scholarship or financial aid, so this may be something that you want to check on. So you can do a couple things. You can select this My Lab and Mastering tab, and it will prompt you to sign up for the homework from there. Or you can just go straight to one of these homework problems and it will prompt you to sign up for it. So let me act like I'm you. I'm going to select on that homework. And it's not letting me because it's not the first day of class yet. Okay, just kidding. Here's another way you can do it. And this is what it will look like on the 22nd if you try to do it the way that I just did it. Let's move this. Okay, so My Lab and Mastering, open My Lab and Mastering. This is the only time it will take you to a separate tab. Once you sign up for this, you can do everything within Canvas. So you'll read all this, right? We read all of this agreement, and then you accept the agreement, and you'll sign up if you haven't already created an account, and you'll need to create an account. And once you create an account, two options will be presented to you. It's like, just go ahead and pay for it now, and that's what most people will do. If you need a little bit of time to pay for it, there is a 14-day free trial that you can use. So great, do that option. If you've already talked to the book, why is this word escaping me? The book services, the library, whatever you want to call it, and you've purchased a code through them, there might be another option that says access code or something like that. So that's if you've already purchased it and I need to do the access code, then you put in your access code and you'll get access from there. Once you do that, you'll be able to access the homework, and I can go, once I've signed up, straight from Canvas to the homework, select one of these, and you can do the homework within Canvas. It's embedded in it. Okay. I have remembered one last thing, and then I will leave you alone, I promise. The very last thing is this free tutoring success center. If you select this, it will provide you with free tutoring. We do have free tutoring in person as well. Even though you're a virtual student, you still have access to the resources that NCTC provides to you. So if you want more information about in-person tutoring, please reach out to me and I'll give you more information. But to access the online tutoring, I just selected that free tutoring tab, access the free tutoring, and then you can just put in your course code once you log in. So it's pretty simple, and I'm happy to help you with this if you need me to. This is just if you need extra help. I'm here to provide you with any extra help that you may need. If you ever want to meet virtually, just let me know. Again, I'm happy to help. But here's what this would look like. Meet with a tutor. You can put in our code. Here's our business math. And then it's like, hey, I'm available now. Meet with me. Or maybe you read about Josh and you think Josh is cool and you want to meet with Josh. Then you can schedule a time with him. So it's pretty intuitive. Okay, I'm going to leave you alone now. Look through the course, ask me questions, whatever you need, I'm happy to help. And I am looking forward to working with you this semester, and I hope you have a great start to the school year.